There's a good one. Perfect right on that stump. That is a pulling dog right there. Perfect fishing conditions in the springtime. And look what the results are. Spinnerbaits, Ochos, getting those springtime bass to eat that bait. Hang with us, we're gonna teach you a 1-2 punch on your springtime fishing. Hey, Tackle Warehouse Pro Mark Menendez here, a destination strike zone. We're at a little place, it's one of my favorites. Got high water, got timber. Got some standing timber in the lake, lots of stumps, and hopefully a good population of bass. Gonna take a few different baits, take a spinnerbait, maybe an Ocho, a little soft plastic game hog, one I love so much. We're gonna see what happens here in the springtime. Gonna figure it out. Got some high water, which is kind of new here on this body of water, so stay tuned. We're gonna have some strikes here shortly. Right there, there's the first bite of the morning. Just a little guy. He swallowed that old spinnerbait. Just a little guy. All right, my question today is how many this size are we gonna catch, or are we gonna catch mama? You can see that there's a lot going on right up through there. That one hit it on the dirt. As soon as it hit the water, I threw that one right in his mouth. A better fish. He's got that old big spinnerbait. Ooh, something's gotten a hold of him. Get up here. It's a good bass right there. I think we've hit upon the answer. Old bluegill colored hack attack. Lakes like this got a big bluegill population. This is one of my favorite spinnerbait combinations. It's a hack attack spinnerbait with a big rage grub on it, causing a lot of commotion. Old Big Bird got a hold of him. How about that? That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Golly. This is fun with this composite rod. I love fishing a spinnerbait with a composite rod. They get the whole thing. Look how that one ate the bait. He got it. Come here. Spinnerbait gone. How about that? There's a little spawning fish. Done her deal already. Look at that. You think a bluegill's not the order of the day? That is the way you like them to eat a spinnerbug. Trailer hook got him good too. There we go. Big old long bass right there. How about that? I'm liking this. Go girl. When fishing a body of water where the base population of forage is bluegill and perch, I like a big bulky spinnerbait. This is a 1/2 ounce hack attack spinnerbait. You can see it's got a big bulky perch looking skirt on it. I've added a little chartreuse with the rage grub on there, but I want it heavy and compact. I want to keep it down in the water. But this perch colored skirt mimics that bluegill just perfectly, and man, do they pounce it. When I can, I really like a composite rod for spinnerbait. Uh-oh, there's a good one right there. I like a composite for a spinnerbait because I don't miss them. The composite rod does not transmit the strike as quick. Boy, that one jacked it. And they get the whole thing like that one did. Just a little old fatty, but look how he swallowed that spinnerbait. That's the whole thing with the composite rod. This gives me a chance to catch every darn one of them that bites me. Tell you what, I may have to take that trailer hook off just because they're getting it so good. We have the perfect spinnerbait day. Low barometric pressure. See, that one got it, little guy. Little guy. Now what we're doing is we're actually doing some management work here today. And the owner of this lake has asked me to take some small fish out. This lake has a good population of fish in it. And small bodies of water, it's very important to keep the balance of small fish to large fish in good balance. So it's a good thing to take approximately 25 pounds of bass per acre per year out of your lake. And by doing that, that gives the lake a lot more room and the carrying capacity of the lake, the ability to grow bigger fish. So this little guy is going to go out of here, and we're going to keep a few today and keep that balance of the lake in check. So about 25 pounds of bass per acre per year is what we try to take from some of these bodies of water. Okay, little peanut. This will be another little management fish. A few of these out and make room for the rest of the population to grow up big. Golly, that one came from 4 feet to get it. That is a pulling dog right there. I mean, just pulling. And he's not that big, but he's a darn nice fish, but he just drilled that spinnerbait. Oh man, what a great bite that was. Come here, big guy. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. They are eating some bluegill colored spinnerbait today. That is what's so cool about this whole thing. Now look at this fish. Look at this pointed V. See that pointed V right there? That is most likely a male. Those males have that undercut like that and that long deal. Obviously a fish that has either spawned or is spawning right now. Fry there. Golly, did you see that? Fry garter. He pushed it. You can see him come from a distance to push it. I went right through some fry. The fry are right there. And he ran over there and pushed that spinnerbait about 1.5 foot. Typical fry garter, doing his job, protecting his babies. This is too good of a piece of cover. We're going to take a 6-inch Ocho and slide this down there and see if there's mama somewhere close. There he is. Did he get it? Yep. That's a good one. I told you there'd be a good one on there. Uh-huh. How many times did that spinnerbait go over the top of that? That is a, look at that big old fish. Mm-hmm. Come here. Don't you do it. You're gonna jump. Gotcha. Look at that. That is a perfect example of when you got a prime piece of cover. Put those poles down, make multiple presentations, and look what we got rewarded with. That was the first cast with that 6-inch Ocho. God, that was a good bite. She said, sting. Look at her. As a bass fisherman, one of the things you have to do every time you're successful, when you catch a good fish like that, make another presentation into that same area. I can't tell you how many times during the year that when I catch a bass on a spinnerbait, or I catch one on an Ocho or a Texas rig or whatever, that I make that same pitch, I'm rewarded with another one. Doesn't always happen, but when it does, that's definitely a bonus fish, so that I don't put that size 10 foot on that motor guide and carry on down the bank and miss out on another opportunity. Always make a successful presentation. Always do it again. As soon as it came over the log, it's just a baby. Just a baby. Just a baby, but there's a big school of fry over there, which means there's probably a decent fish over there. So let's follow that up again. Here we go with the Ocho again. Oh, yeah, he got it. Little guy. Little tail strokes there. He wasn't big enough to eat the worm. When you switch to that Ocho, from winding that spinnerbait, you really have to slow down. And this is a real difficult thing for me to do. When I get on that good spinnerbait bite, I want to move, But that Ocho will catch one just like whew, that. I shouldn't have jerked that hard. A lot of little ones right in here for some reason. Back to covering water. Oh gosh, another little guy. Think we're not on the right color in here with this one? They are just absolutely inhaling that bluegill colored hack attack. Inhaling it. Chunker. That's a big spinnerbait for a 13.5-inch fish to try to eat. We're in a unique time of the year. We got triple phase going. You got a few fish that haven't spawned yet, your pre-spawn fish. You've got fish that are garden fry, your post-spawn fish, and then you've got several fish here that are actually bedding. So this bluegill color spinnerbait does a couple of things. A, it is what the #1 predator of a bass on a bed. So I'm mimicking that, putting that in my favor because they're already prone to the bluegill. And I've got a big bladed bait that creates a lot of vibration and they can feel it coming. So in the spring, this is one of my favorite go-tos in all colors of water. It's very applicable in gin clear water. It's very applicable in off-color water and very stained water, especially when I put that chartreuse rage grub on it. That gives it the focus that they really need. There's a good one. Be a good fish right there. Yes, that is so cool. That one came from a long way to get it. This is the very reason why I use this composite rod on a spinnerbait. Look at me, he has got it swallowed. Got it swallowed, come here. Nice bass right there. Nice bass right there, come here, come here. See how that fish has got that? He got that whole bait. When using a graphite rod, when that fish hits that bait, that's transmitted through the line, through the graphite to my hand faster. Faster. What do? When you're reeling something, you feel something different, you set the hook and you'll take that away from a lot of fish that are just nipping your bait. The composite rod does not transmit that through the line to my hand as fast, thus allowing that fish to get the whole bait. A big key. Once I get that fish on, a rod's a rod to me. But as we become better anglers, that composite rod becomes a real help to get better hookups. There's one little guy. Drilled me out here. Little guy drilled it out there. Aha. There we go. Old Gamakatsu trailer hook doing its work again. That combination right there is on every spinnerbait, every buzzbait, every thunder cricket I throw. I keep a trailer hook on there for that short striking little fish right there. Now, one thing I've learned today is I really want to fish this outside heavy stuff because I think I'll get bigger bites. But obviously, we've got some spawning going on, so most of the fish are up here close to the bank. So I'm spending a lot of time paralleling and throwing at a 45 to the bank to keep it in the strike zone. Most of the fish are up here shallow, either garden fry or still spawning or getting ready to spawn. So I'm spending more time with my bait closer to the bank than I normally would. If it were a little cooler and we had more fish that were in the pre-spawn, I'd be out here putting this spinnerbait out here around this outside cover looking for 1 or 2 bites. In a tournament situation, I may go get my 5 and then spend the rest of the day out here fishing, only hoping to get 1 or 2 bites to be mama and be the better fish. Those big females will sit just outside the spawning area and wait until it gets right to come on in. Perfect, right on that stump. Right on that stump. Just got him pinned, is what I've got. Good fish right there. Now, this bluegill one, right in the springtime. And as I roll on through the summer, I'll transition more to whites, clears, more bait fish colored. The hack attack spinnerbait is a relatively heavy spinnerbait. And one of the ways I love to fish a spinnerbait in the summertime is off structure. It's the best bite going. When a big one hits it out there, you'll catch big ones. Rayburn's, Toledo Bends, Gunnersville, Tennessee River. I have caught hundreds of big fish on a spinnerbait in the summertime. And this big frame, big hooked, heavy spinnerbait is a good one for that. Trying to throw across, but you never throw over a piece of cover like that. I hit it right then. Right when I came around the corner. That's a good, that one's streaking, you think? Uh-oh. Got me hung up. There he comes. There'd be a decent fish on that, but did he get that in streak? Oh, nice bass. That one's gonna warrant a retie, that 20-pound InvizX. That's a fresh one. That's a pre-spawn fish right there. Again, I've made multiple casts with the spinnerbait on this same piece of cover. This is such a significant piece of cover, I'm gonna slow down and make another type presentation. A lot of times in this triple threat, pre-spawn and post-spawn, you'll get fish that don't want to chase, particularly your post and your fish that are actually spawning. So you've got to keep a bait around them a little more, a little bit longer length of time, and that's exactly what this Ocho does. And this 6-inch one is big enough that it's a big enough profile that those good fish really will take a poke at. There he is. There he is. Did he get it? Yeah, he's got it. That's a good one. That's another nice bass right there. That old big gammy got him right through the snooticus. Come here, big dog. You are mine. Got you. Another fish. By being patient and giving it a different presentation. Big Ocho, pretty good big fish too. Oh, he just boiled right there. Let the old Ocho swim his way to him. With this big Ocho, I like to throw it on a 7'2" or a 7'3" rod. This is a 7'2" Magnum Hammer, medium heavy action rod. I've got it on a custom light reel, a little small, lightweight, high-speed reel, and I've got 17-pound InvizX here, Seaguar InvizX here. On the business end, that 6-inch Ocho is a really, really deadly hook. The G-Finesse Hybrid by Gamakatsu. This one is a 6/0. Good deep belly. I can expose the plastic, and when they bite it, it's got a wide enough gap with all that plastic, it just penetrates right through and you've got the fish. So this is a cool combination. I allow these fish to bite the bait and move with it, and then I reel down and put the wood to it. This is a technique that works all year round. Once that water temperature gets above, say, 55, the stick worm is just a great way to go. The bigger the stick worm, the bigger the bites generally, and the opportunity to catch bigger fish with it. Now, this spinnerbait, I've used a composite rod, a 7-foot, 1-inch composite rod. Using a moderate action rod, 7 foot to 7.4, is a fantastic way to go with this. This one is the Van Dam series. It's a 7.1 medium heavy. And like I said, the composite is just a slow action rod that allows that fish to get the entire bait before I set the hook. Once I'm fighting that fish, the rod is a rod. But the composite part of this allows me to let that fish get the bait. That's the big deal. 20-pound InvizX here with a Team Lose Lite reel. It's a 6/8 to 1. I don't want to over crank this spinnerbait at this time. Just like that one. See, that one got it because I slowed it down. And he's got the whole spinnerbait. Oh, that's a big white flash right there. He's got the whole spinnerbait in his mouth, and that converts to landing more and better fish right there. All right. Then, on every spinnerbait, it is absolutely of the utmost importance to have that Gamakatsu trailer hook on there. That Gamakatsu trailer hook probably lands 25 to 30% of the fish I catch on a moving bait, a buzz bait, a spinnerbait, and a vibrating jig, old thunder cricket. Keep a rapid fishing replacement disc on there to keep that spinnerbait trailer hook free swinging. And days like this can be yours. That's a fine bass right there. That's old Fatty, she hadn't spawned yet. There's a good one. At least it felt like a good one. He drilled it. I threw it right in his mouth. Yeah, he's got the whole scamoli. The whole scamoli. Good fish right there. Come here, big guy. Come on to me. Here, just give it up, the old. There's a good one. Big old long fish. Trailer hook got him, main hook got him. That's a good one right there. Spinnerbaiting in the spring. Back up playing with an Ocho. Hey, it's like a boxing match. There's not a better 1-2 punch. Be sure, give us a like, and then be sure to enter the gear grab at tacklewarehouse.com so you might get some of the very same gear I've used here today. What a good one.